A very beautiful morning to you once again. Welcome this morning. This is Perspectives Unlimited on Wales Radio 89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio. Perspectives Unlimited is that platform where we go beyond the news to help you make sense of some of the stories across our various national dailies. Because when it comes to the issues and the exact things that actually make up Nigeria, we all are party to it. And as much as possible, we need to always lend our voices, no matter where your own perspective stands. Lend your voices to ensure that Nigeria becomes a better place for you and I to live in. And of course, for also generation to come. And so that we don't, go back in history and say, at this point in time, when Nigeria was Nigeria. And we can always say that, yes, even when things didn't feel like it was going right, we ensured that we lent our voice to the growth of Nigeria as a nation. So this morning again, let's dive into the dailies alongside with the analysts in the studio as we, check out the major stories across our national dailies with the hope to keep you abreast about happenings around Nigeria. My name is Toluwaleke Alli. This morning, you can watch us live on Facebook at Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. At Wales Radio 893 FM fan page. And we're also live on YouTube at Wales Radio 89.3 FM. At Wales Radio 89.3 FM. As we go on the show, you can drop your comments on our Facebook page. And when it's time, we'll be sure to pick your comments and drop your WhatsApp messages as well on 0915 4999 893. 0915 4999 893. Let's take a look at the front pages across some of our national dailies this morning. On the front page of the Punch newspaper for this morning, above the masthead, doctors end strike, hospitals reopen. That's on page 12. Oil shock. World Bank predicts a 3.1 point inflation rise for Nigeria. And that story is on page 9 this morning. 5 terrorists jailed. Federal government expedites 500 suspects' trials. And that's on page 13. The lead story on the front page of the Punch newspaper for this morning. 2027 battle. ADC crisis worsens as faction claims control. And it has a rider, Mark-led ADC, insists on convention. Aggrieved chieftains announce caretaker committee. And the story is on page 7 this morning. NCC orders the telcos to compensate subscribers. That's on page 22. Police arrest robbers. Lagos robbers recover 14 guns. Police arrest Lagos robbers. Recover 14 guns. The story can be found on pages 4 and 5 of the Punch newspaper. And the final story on that front page for this morning. Tinubu's visit. Lagos announces partial road closures, and that's on page 6. Moving on to the front page of the Vanguard newspaper. Above the masthead, poverty remains high. 40% of children stunted in Nigeria. And that's according to the World Bank, and that story is on page 19. PDP chieftain Benga Hashim resigns from party as reconciliation effort collapses. That's on page 9. ADC crisis deepens as third faction emerges. It has a couple of riders. Kachiko's camp names Kingsley Temitope as the interim national chairman. Backs INEC's decision, disowns Mark Gombe. They are being opportunistic. Court will decide. That's coming from Bolaji Abdullahi. Heavens won't fall if ADC, PDP are not on ballot. That's according to Lagos APC. Dictatorship looms if opposition is crushed. Those are the words of Iba Gani Adams. Vows to speak up, defend democracy, no matter who is in power. Story can be found on page 5 of the Vanguard newspaper for this morning. Moving on to the Guardian newspaper, oil windfall. World Bank cautions federal government against profligacy. That's on page 3. Angry women hold mass burial in Agwan Rukuba as death toll rises. That's still on page 3. And also on that same page, CSOs decry worsening poverty despite over 100 trillion naira budgets in 2 years. Middle East crisis exposes costly weakness in Nigeria's cloud economy. That's on page 6 with analysis of Nigeria's cloud economy problems and the fragility exposed. The high costs of foreign hosting. Businesses spend 1.18 trillion naira to host abroad. That is despite investment in 26 in-country data centers. Another impact of the Middle East crisis is escalating Middle East crisis threatens access to critical data in volatile corridors. There's also the single point of failure risk, which is the reliance on foreign hosting that has created national economy single point failure. Then there's the global energy and then the future outlook. All of this and more you find on page 6 of the Guardian newspaper. NAFDAC links hypertension, stroke epidemic, others to salt intake. That's on page 7. Bandits kill 6 in Bauchi community as groups raise alarm. That's on page 30. UN chief injures Africa's food security on Dangote global partnerships. That's on page 5. And also on page 5, NARD suspends planned strike as Shetima intervenes. Ogun doctors comply. ADC crisis deepens as new faction usurps party leadership, backs INEC. That's on page 6. And on page 5, National Police Day. Tinubu underscores intelligence gathering as IGP salutes fallen heroes. Chaos as rainstorm damages Abuja transport project. There are pictures, of some of the damages done to the transport project. And that story is on page 8. Quickly, on the front page of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper, above the masthead, ADC crisis deepens as new caretaker leadership emerges. And that's on page 13. CSOs decry deepening insecurity, rising poverty. It says the writers say Nigeria at the brink of collapse. That's on page 3. Obi seeks clarity on 10.6 trillion naira approved for power sector debts in 2 years. That's also on page 13. The lead story, trial of 500 terrorism suspects begin in Abuja. And it has 2 riders, 227 suspects arraigned. Court sentences 4 to various jail terms. Trial to last 1 week. And that's on page 3. Trump says whole civilization will die during threat to Iran. That's on page 27. Rising costs, weak investment weigh on business performance. That's according to NESG BCM. And it's on page 5 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for this morning. Plateau killings, angry women, youths, protest, obstruct mass burial of victims. Death toll rises to 33. That's on page 13. 2027, adoption of consensus candidate triggers controversy in Oyo APC. That's on page 23. And then the final story, Olubadan inaugurates Ibadan Community Security Guards. That's on page 4 of the Nigerian Tribune newspaper for this morning. And those are the stories across some of our national dailies for this morning. Joining me on the conversation this morning is our analyst, Chukwemeka Manachi. So, good morning, Chukwemeka.
Good morning, Tolu.
All right, let us begin with the lead story on the front page of the Punch newspaper. And of course, across many newspapers this morning, you see the story. And, all over, part of the things that a lot of people are looking forward to is what the opposition will do in the year 2027 as the elections continue to draw near. But now, this morning, across various newspapers, it is the story about how ADC's woes keeps worsening. But I'm picking this from the Punch newspaper. It says, ADC's woes worsen. State chairman block unveil caretaker committee. Some state chairmen of the African Democratic Congress on Tuesday claimed they had taken control of the party following the removal of the David Mark leadership by the Independent National Electoral Commission. The chairman claimed to be representing 25 states and backed by the ADC 2023 presidential candidate Dumebi Kachiku. Stated that they constituted the National Executive Committee of the ADC and had taken over the party leadership. The group unveiled the Kogi State Chairman Kingsley Oga as the new chairman in a move that signals a significant shift amid the party's ongoing internal crisis. Addressing a press conference in Abuja, the Abia State Chairman Don Obina explained that the NEC endorsed Mark's removal as the party chairman. However, the David Mark-led leadership of the party has dismissed the group, alleging that they are being sponsored by elements of the ruling All Progressives Congress. The publicity secretary of the ADC, Balaji Abdullahi, who spoke during a televised interview on Tuesday night, said the same forces allegedly working to destabilize the party had instigated some state chairmen against it. And on the 1st of April, the Independent National Electoral Commission announced the removal of key figures of the ADC, including David Mark and Rauf Aregbesola, from its official records. The commission, through its national commissioner and chairman of information committee, Mohammed Aruna, had explained that the action was in line with a court order to maintain the status quo pending the final ruling on the suit. Now, this crisis has been, going on since 2025. That ADC has experienced the emergence of a new national working committee. One of the best ways to get a government working or put them on their toes is through the opposition. But it feels like here in Nigeria, we are continuously tilting towards a one-party system.
We cannot be one-party state. Nigeria will never.
But it feels like, the opposition, they don't even have their own home together.
Let me tell you something, Tolu. Nigeria will never. Those who are thinking of it are being delusional. And those who are working towards it will understand that Nigeria is bigger than who they are. They may be called all manner of names, political strategies, Nigeria will never be a one-party state. And let me tell you something. What killed Labour Party? What killed PDP? What killed so many parties? Now, the same virus has entered into ADC. And this virus is coming from somewhere. And Nigerians fully know where it is coming from. So those who are spreading this virus.
So for those of us that don't know, where is it coming from?
Yeah, I won't tell you where it's coming from. If you are politically conscious, you know. People in the street even know where the virus is coming from. The people who are spreading this virus should know that Nigerians will never cast their vote for worsening insecurity. Nigerians will never vote for biting economic hardship. Nigerians will never vote for flamboyant corruption, shrinking civil space, and compromise judiciary. And the erosion of multi-party system. Nigeria will never vote for that. I want to tell you two institutions that are involved in this thing, judiciary and INEC. When these two institutions, Nigerians have lost complete confidence in them. Distrust. You understand? Because if you check what is happening, people will be planted in parties. Don't ask me who planted them. People will be planted. People will be giving money. People will give a brief. This is the role you play. Enter into the party right from the inception. Wait until the party is about to take off, or when they seem to be doing something that will be very very okay. Come up. Nigerians, Yorubas have a proverb that a house is at peace until a bastard. I don't know how as they put it. So these people will be planted. It's part of the so-called political strategy. You understand? When it is at the right time, they will wake up and begin to work exactly according to brief given to them. But what I know is that Nigeria will never be a one-party state. Mark my word. We are not. Nigeria will never go the way of Cameroon. We never go the way of Turkey. We never go the way of countries where there are seemingly democratic institutions, but there's no democracy. Democracy without opposition is authoritarianism. It's not democracy. It's not democracy. And any opposition that comes up right now, I'm telling you, we have because look at what is going on in our country. Who is happy in Nigeria today? Tell me one person that will come out tonight and say, yes, I'm happy. People go to work and they can't go home because the transport fare is high. He can't go home. He can't feed his family. Give a country where 1,000, the highest denomination cannot buy you a meal. Is that a country? That's what I'm saying. You understand? So no matter the schemes, no matter all the shenanigans and everything, this country will never be one party. Abacha tried it. How did Abacha end? He tried it. He made himself, he anointed himself. At the end of the day, so what played out? Nigeria is not in the hand of a man. It's in the hand of God. And when we reach that bridge, Nigerians will cross it. Because if you cook for a crowd, the crowd will finish that food. But if a crowd cooks for you, you will not be able to finish it. Have you seen a man who ate all the food that crowd cooked for him? But let a man cook for a crowd. Crowd will finish the food and ask for more. But let the people come together and cook for you. You will not be able to finish. You will even run away and say, I can't finish this food because they cook it for you. So let's be watching what is going on in Nigeria. Everybody is watching. Everybody is watching the drama. But I want to assure you that Nigeria will never descend to the level of one-party state. Never.
So do you see the opposition being able to put their houses in order?
Opposition's houses, opposition right now are disorganized for this virus I told you about. But they will get over it. Didn't COVID come? Didn't we overcome COVID? How many people died of COVID?
This is already April. Election is in less than a year.
Let me tell you something. Whether 2 months to the election, what I want to tell you that Nigerians will know where to go to. We can't. Not one party will be on the ballot box. Not one. Any party that comes to the ballot box right now, no matter what is coming from, I want to tell you, because if you any democracy without opposition is not democracy. And if you are a Democrat, you must make sure that all oppositions are working. But when you are not a Democrat, you will do everything to undermine other parties. And I keep saying it. Fulanis have a proverb. If your house is made of thatches, raffia palm, and you are living on a savannah, don't set fire on the savannah because it will consume you. That's the proverb of Fulanis. Don't set fire on savannah if you are living in a thatched house. What does that mean?
All right, let us move on to other stories. Just yesterday, the National Association of Resident Doctors, called off their intended strike, and that was after intervention and, according to them, conversation with the government that seemed like, yes, this is going to be a way forward. And so hospitals have reopened again, and we're thankful for that. But every time, it feels like we keep towing this particular path. It is either ASU today or resident doctors tomorrow, or one association or the other, especially when it is critical for Nigerians. The health sector in Nigeria is one of the most in fact, all over, is one of the most important. Now, do you see the government actually doing the needful, or is just the regular rhetorics of "don't worry, we're going to do something, just stay"?
Let me tell you something. I'm not a medical doctor. If they know what they agreed with the government. But if you ask me, this is the 51 strikes carried out by resident doctors under this administration. 51. Go and check it. And yet, somebody will come and make promises to you. Why not let the promise be fulfilled before you go back to work? I am not saying that it's not good as they went back to work, but they are still going to come out again. Because you are dealing with people who don't keep their promises. You understand? You are dealing with people who have no integrity to protect. When they say one thing in the morning, they say another thing in the evening. If you are dealing with people who keep their words, then you can take their words for something. But since you are dealing, how many times have you gone on this strike? 51 times. Go and check resident doctors. They went on strike 51 times under this administration. And we are still
less than 4 years.
Yes, and you are still believing in the same promises. So which means that something is even wrong with you. You understand? If a stick enters into your eyes once, enters twice, the third time. If you fall down once, fall down twice, the third time. My people say, open your bag and let's see what you are carrying. That makes you to fall. You understand? So it is. They know why they call off the strike. I'm not a medical, but it's good they call it off, because people are dying. You understand? People are dying. If we have if we are running a normal system and a normal country, should doctors even go on strike in the first place? They shouldn't. How many Nigerians look? And if you know what is happening in the health sector, it is the private hospitals that are filling in the gap. Go to private hospitals, you see crowd there. These are the crowds you normally see in government-owned hospitals. Federal government-owned hospitals, state-owned hospitals are all in shambles. Go and check. And those who are working there, they are working. It's like standing trial for murder for some of the doctors to operate in government-owned hospitals, because there's no equipment, there's no enabling environment for you to practice your profession. That's why they are leaving Nigeria. So now Nigerians are going to private. How many people will even afford the cost of going to private hospital? And you are asking why Nigerians are coming down with kidney problem, liver problem. They drink all manner of herbs concocted by people who know next to nothing about health, and that's why Nigerians are dying in droves, especially men. How many? If you go to primary healthcare centers, how many men do you see there? tell me, you see women and children. Men don't go there because it is not even designed for them. They can't go there. These are people who are, in Nigeria today, let me tell you something, Tolu. Politicians are fighting for succession. 2027. An average Nigerians are fighting for survival. Look at these two groups of people. One group is fighting for succession. Oh, I want to be a senator. Oh, I want to be a governor. Oh, I want to remain in power. 2027. The people you are leading are fighting for survival. Nigerians go out on daily basis praying to survive for that day, and you call it a country. And doctors are on strike. Teachers, National Union of the Teachers, Nigerian Union of Teachers, they threaten to go on strike. ASU, but going on their own under the same. What is going on? That's why there was a story of a soldier, Lance Corporal Olamileko. He made a statement. He said, "Let the sons of politicians go to the military." They suspended. They dismissed him from the military for saying that the sons of politicians should enlist in the Nigerian army. Is it a crime? If the army is well, why can't their children go there and enlist? Now, how many of them are patronizing Nigerian hospitals? How many of them? They can go to Germany even for something as small as ear problem, eczema. They can go to Germany. They can go to France, anywhere in search of health. And yet, have you ever seen a responsible country where leaders go for medical treatment abroad? Because the masses, the people they are leading, don't even have anything that looks like hospital. If you want to go to hospital today, do you know? Can you afford the service of they will give to you as in private hospital? I remember those days we were growing up. Every small thing, my mother would take me to government, and we pay next to nothing. Next to nothing. Some of them will even come to the house to come and check us. Where went that Nigeria? And some of these people in power today enjoy these facilities. They enjoyed it. People will come to our primary school and be checking us in primary school. They will come. Well, they will write something on a piece of paper and give us to give our parents at home. How many Nigerian children are enjoying that facility today? How many Nigerian children? And where is that leadership?
All right, we'll open the phone lines in a bit, but first let's go on this commercial break. This is still Perspectives Unlimited on Wales Radio 89.3 FM.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
How long will it take you to confirm payment? I have been waiting for the past 1 hour.
I'm so sorry. Our network is slow. I will just run out of data.
Same excuse yesterday. It is unacceptable, please. You better switch to One Data Internet Service.
One Data?
Yes, One Data. One Data is an internet service provider with the best alternative and solution for unlimited speed. One Data provides fast and reliable internet service to organizations, homes, and places of interest in Nigeria. With One Data, you get to enjoy the premium internet service with dedicated unlimited internet speed at all times, 24/7 fantastic customer service and support, and you enjoy a 1-month free subscription when you make payment. Now is the time to say goodbye to downtimes. Sign up with One Data today on 0811 223 2671 or visit www.onedata.ng for more inquiries. One Data, unlimited speed.
The Financial Services Regulation Coordinating Committee, FSRCC, in collaboration with the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, wishes to draw the attention of the public to the activities of illegal financial operators, IFOs, which threaten public trust and the stability of the Nigerian financial system. The general public is hereby advised to refrain from dealing with unlicensed financial operators who deceive individuals with unrealistically high investment returns. Verify the licensing status of such schemes on this website: www.cbn.gov.ng, www.nicom.gov.ng, www.pencom.gov.ng, www.sec.gov.ng, www.fsrcc.gov.ng. To report any suspicions of illicit financial activities, call CBN 0817-665-7060, 0707-338-4828, SEC 0209-462-1168. Announcer, FSRCC.
Are you hungry for something delicious? Food that feels like home but tastes like pure luxury? Then welcome to Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile. From our smoky jollof to rich ofada sauce to a variety of delicious soups like egusi, eforiro, and more, paired with your favorite proteins and hot, freshly made swallows, all made for you to enjoy. We also handle bulk orders in liters, fresh and ready whenever you need it. We deliver it to your doorstep. At Honeydew, it's not just the food, it's the feel. With our beautiful ambience, perfect for your romantic dates, family outings, or your quiet, relaxing evening escape. Join us every last Friday of the month at 7 p.m. for karaoke night with Jayola and enjoy music, games, food, drinks, and free mocktails and cocktails as you sing your hearts out. Visit us at Plot 42, Block 8, Alaafin Avenue, beside Wells Radio, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. For your doorstep delivery or inquiries, call or WhatsApp 0814-691-6635, 0814-691-6635. Honeydew Restaurant, where every meal is made to make you smile.
Boost your business with Wells Radio 89.3 FM. In a competitive world of business, strategic brand and product positioning is key to growth. Don't remain unseen in the shadows. Shine a spotlight on your brand with Wells Radio 89.3 FM today. Why Wells Radio? We are your state's #1 family radio station. We connect with the heart of families in your state. As the smallest unit of the society, families trust Wells Radio for quality content and information. Visit us today along Alaafin Avenue, Oluyole Estate, Ibadan. Our white and blue building just before Sharp Corner ensures your business won't go unnoticed. Advertise with us today. Call our marketing office on 0903-936-8185. Call Toby on 0803-509-3394. Ayo on 0706 840-7359. Take the leap today. Let Wells Radio 89.3 FM be the megaphone for your business success. You won't regret it.
Hey! I dey miss my language oh.
How you go miss your language when na im dem dey speak for Wazobia platform wey dey shele for Wells Radio 89.3 FM?
Haba, Wazobia platform na your program from Wells Radio 89.3 FM wey dey speak Yoruba, Igbo, Hausa plus including Pidgin, and na every Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays you go hear am.
Na from 10 a.m. to 11:30 a.m.
Advertise for Wazobia platform. Everybody go hear am for every corner for your state and beyond.
Wazobia platform na people's program.
89.3 FM, your preferred wholesome radio.
All right, welcome back. 0916-893-1000, 0916-893-1000, or 0915-333-4893, 0915-333-4893. You can also call 0911-3333-893. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Yes, Ruth calling from Malacca.
Welcome to the show, Ruth.
Yeah, thank you. As regards the settle, it's very worrying that the federal government keeps ignoring the valid concerns of our medical practitioners, because the repeated strikes are seriously affecting people's lives. So I will just urge the government to please take prompt action. They should improve the healthcare workers' welfare and resolve the crisis as soon as possible. They know what to do, but they just keep inflicting all this on us, which is very bad. I just hope they do the needful on time. Good morning.
All right. Thank you so much, Ruth from Alakia. 0916-893-1000, 0915-333-4893, or 0911-333-893. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, World Radio.
Good morning, Mr. Salami.
God bless you.
Good morning, Mr. Salami.
Thank you very much, Speaker. Thank you very much.
Yes,
by the special grace of God, Wells Radio is the Lord's doing. The radio will grow from strength to strength by the grace of God.
Amen.
You see, let me say this, Mr. Chukwemeka. I want to center my comments on two issues. One, on ADC crisis. We have now seen that the current crisis now is the third force that has just been raised by the same virus that has been inflicting damage in opposition. Now, one is not claiming to be clinical. One clinical Temitope is now the one. In fact, it's not even the Sony what's it called? So you have disowned both David Mark and Gombe. So that means what they are saying is that it's a landmine, so that even if David Mark led NWC kind of survived that of Gombe, they laid another landmine for the something. See, in all of this, Mr. Chukwemeka, it shows that, honestly speaking, and it's a pity that instead of APC, they had the opportunity to have intimidated the opposition through performance. Honestly, since 2023 till date, if they had performed, they would have even silenced Atiku and the rest by now. But what they could not do through performance, they are trying to do it through court and INEC. I wish them good luck, but God is a God of Nigerians. I'm telling you, He will intervene in our cause. That's number one. So quickly permit me to touch on insecurity, please. Those in charge of insecurity in this country, especially Mr. President, should look at the bigger picture of the consequence of this insecurity. If you look at insecurity, men are majorly the victims. Now, these men are husbands to some women. These men are fathers to some children. Now, look at, some people are thrown into money on a daily basis. Women become widows. Children become orphans. Almost on a daily basis in this country, these children will grow up one day and they will become under terror in this country. So you can now see, we can only pray that God will just, in fact, if God needs to come down to solve our problem, God should please come down and solve our problem in this country. May God save us. Thank you very much. God bless you.
Thank you so much for your contribution on the show this morning, Mr. Salami. Coming to insecurity now. It has become so much that it feels like there's no single day that you open the dailies and there isn't something about the insecurity, either abduction in some areas or death in other areas. In the Daily Trust newspaper this morning, bandits kill 9, abduct many in Niger, Bauchi, Kaduna, Sokoto. I'll take some of that story. Bandits have killed 9 people and kidnapped many others in separate attacks in Niger, Bauchi, Kaduna, and Sokoto states. 3 victims were killed during an attack on Lanta, Tunga, and Bagna communities in Arena Ward of Shiroro local government area of Niger State. The bandits reportedly launched the attack around 10:30 a.m. on Tuesday at Bagna community, the hometown of the former Niger State Commissioner for Internal Security, Emmanuel Umar, before moving on to neighboring villages. A source from Bagna told the Daily Trust newspaper that there were many casualties, although the exact number had yet to be ascertained due to the tense situations. And then he said that the attackers rode on motorcycles in large numbers and they operated unchallenged. And so far, according to the person, they recovered 3 bodies, while many others sustained varying degrees of injuries. And many residents, according to their source, had fled to Arena Town. That's the nearest relatively safe community. And was calling on the government to come rescue them. And of course, the spokesperson of the Niger State Police Command, SP Wasiu Abiodun, confirmed the incident. They said that 2 vigilantes and a driver attached to a joint security team lost their lives in that attack. In a related development, bandits have abducted a man, Bitros Jayawa, and his wife, Martha, at their farm in Kantabi community, Kachia local government area of Kaduna State. Now, this also happened, according to a resident, on Monday at 9:12 a.m. while the couple were clearing their farmland ahead of the planting season. And they said that the victims had gone to farm with their 3 children, who then first sighted the bandits, and then the children were able to run away. So they ran. Now, in Sokoto, bandits abducted 4 women and injured 1 man during a raid on Danzake village in Isa local government area of Sokoto State. And according to a local source who spoke on anonymity, he said that the attackers stormed the village at about 12:15 a.m. on Monday and operated for nearly an hour. In Bauchi, armed bandits killed 6 people and injured several others during a late-night attack on Sabongeri Pale in Alkaleri local government area of Bauchi State. And this happened on Sunday night, and their own operation lasted for more than 2 hours with no intervention at all. And for them, they already even held funeral prayers for the victims, and they were buried according to Islamic rites across different parts of Nigeria. This is like different states with different, incidents. Now, the most shocking, a lot of times, when bandit attacks happen, you expect that, it should be in the middle of the night, in broad daylight.
Because there's no security again. You see, let me tell you something. Some of these states where these things are happening, they are reaping the fruit of the wild wind they sowed in time past. I'm coming. I have said it repeatedly that, look, you don't negotiate with lunatics. You don't. If they are not human enough to understand, to respect any agreement you have with them. When El Rufai was governor of Kaduna State, he told Nigerians that he went to look for people who killed farmers in Kaduna to pay them. Baba Gana Zulum pardoned 30,000 so-called repentant Boko Haram people. Masare, Matawali said he took 900 million to go and pay people in Zamfara forest. When you pamper these people, when you don't allow them to understand the enormity of the evil they are committing against a country, do you expect such people to lay down their arms when they are making money? Go and check where the military is operating in Nigeria today, Southeast. Do we have insurgency in the Southeast? But that's where they are. Why are they not at the state of oppression? That's why they can operate in broad daylight, because nobody again to tell them, oh, stop here. Everybody has gone to bed. Why do you think that these people who are making money through the barrel of the gun will and some people with twisted mentality will be speaking on the behalf of these people and compare them to Niger Delta militants. Niger Delta militants had a serious argument against Nigeria because Nigeria was committing ecological genocide against that region. What is the argument of these terrorists against Nigeria? Are they the only unemployed youths in this country? Go to school, you will not go to school. Do this, you will not do it. And their elites will make sure that they don't even have exposure. And now you are reaping the wild wind. Nigeria is paying dearly for these things we are happening. Nigeria makes money and spend it on. And now the whole thing has become a huge industry. And when there's an industry, there must be stakeholders. That is why we throw in money, nothing happens. Because people are benefiting from this carnage.
Let's talk to this person. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. This is Adionka from Moto.
Welcome to the show, Adionka.
Yeah. Concerning insecurity, only God knows when we are going to overcome this. At least they should put an end to all the difficulty we are facing in the country. It's getting too much and becoming unbearable. Killing citizens every day, which is not supposed to be. So I'm pleading, I'm urging the federal government that they should find every possible means to put an end to all this. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
What is Matawale's portfolio in the current administration? This was a man who failed in Zamfara as a governor. I think it was under him that Tuji Bello was even banned. A wanted terrorist was banned. And you think that these people will not be so... You see, when a father tells a child to go and steal, he will kick down the door because he has the backing. We have made these people to understand that our CDS said that, terrorists in the northeast will not be killed. They are Nigerians. We should give them time to repent. CDS was saying, this is what CDS is saying.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, West Radio.
Good morning, Mr. George.
This is Mr. George calling you from the world. We have not seen anything. Because the stories we are getting every day are the same. Which means we are wasting our time. There is no human being in the leadership that is addressing whatever we are saying. Tinubu, just before his inauguration, came under platforms, world wizards and witches, fake bishops from different organizations, and so many other things, traditional medicine practitioners, and so on. We see all those things as if it's a joke. It's not a joke. That man is showing us his color today. He is not going to do anything for Nigerians but to bring this country completely down. We know what happened with Labour Party. We know the two people who fought Labour Party to finish. And look at what is happening for only party we said that we can rely on and go into the next election. Look at what is happening to that party now. And you people think that we are going to get anywhere. We might not be able to get to any place. But like Chukwemeka said, one person cannot be bigger than everybody in this country. And God, who created us and put us in this land, will not allow this particular evil to consume us. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mr. George.
So how do you think that these boys and the secretary to the federal government, George Akume, came on air about 2 months ago and said that, those clean Nigerians are foreigners. Another person came out to say, no, those clean Nigerians are Nigerians. So where is the synergy in all of this? Nigerians are just on their own. You understand? Remember, look, Tolu, if we have government, what is the duty of the government? The first duty of a responsible government, protection of lives and property. Are we protected? That's the question. Are we protected with the trillions we have spent on security? Are we protected?
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, the beautiful radio woman.
Good morning, sir.
I'm calling from Apata. God bless you.
Welcome to the show, Mr. Benga.
I think the problem is the insecurity that is lingering in the country, talking about Jos, Kaduna, and some other states now, even Southwest here, it will persist. It's not an I'm causing, because the government has not been able to do the needful. We've been talking of state security, and it has not seen the light of the day as we speak. I think the best thing to do now is going on the regionalism is the best way to go. Let everybody go on his own way so that you're able to manage your region. Each region be able to provide security for themselves. So if Northerners want to be eliminating themselves, fine, since they're on their own region. If the Easterners want to be eliminating themselves or protecting themselves, fine. And we want everybody to be able to manage his region. That is the best way. And lastly, on the issue of ABC crisis, it is what it is. Now we're having three factions. And you know that two people cannot stand in three. So what is happening now is that we are having a one-party system already. And there's nothing anybody could say or do to it, because I'm not seeing ADC in the house in order. PDP, the house will be a vehicle for opposition, is going to be found. And the only party that I think is making headway now is the Showore party. I forgot the acronym of his party. Because by now Showore is not coming out to tell us it will be contesting. But the content 2027 is going to be ACC, but no party. That is what we are having in this country. We got bless India and therefore this country. Thank you.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Agbenga Mario. But also, quickly to just mention, because it's time for us to go, 5 terrorists have been jailed, and the federal government is also expediting action on 500 suspects trials. So we hope that going forward there won't be forgiveness of,
Tolu, listen. Federal government has a question to answer. Nigerians are asking questions. Gumi said federal government knows the name of terrorists and their location. Has federal government come out to tell Nigerians we don't know their names, we don't know their location? This is $100 million question hanging on the neck of the federal government. Let them come and tell Nigerians, and Gumi is still alive, he's not dead. And they refute what Gumi has said. Or Nigerians will keep on having. That's why Nigerians even believe that we have not seen the end. Because if government come and answer what Gumi said, Nigerians are still waiting for an answer.
All right. On Facebook, Adewumi Kazim Adika says, good morning. Well done. God will help us in this country. From New Guards. Thank you so much. Suleiman Sherry says, good morning and kudos to everyone in the studio. Why are the major opposition parties in the crisis at the same time? This is what you get when a government decides to play politics instead of governance. Now, 3 years down the line, they have nothing to campaign with. Another 4 years with APC will be disastrous. And it says, where is our democracy heading to? Democracy thrives on vibrant and healthy competition, because when opposition becomes ineffective, accountability weakens. When the government cannot be held to account, the everyday challenges we face become harder to resolve. Mr. President should stop using the judiciary and INEC to destabilize opposition parties ahead of the 2027 general elections. Thank you so much, Suleiman Sharif and Adewumi Kazim Adikas. It's time for us to go. Thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me, Tolu. God save Nigeria.
All right, the conversation continues. So again, tomorrow, join us on Perspectives Unlimited at exactly 6:30 a.m. As I would always say, wherever it is that you find yourself, always ensure that you put Nigeria out there in good light. God bless you. God bless Nigeria. I am Toluwaleke Alli. Enjoy the rest of your day.